When Valley Health, the organization that owns a monopoly of healthcare in our town, issued a mandate requiring all healthcare providers in Front Royal's new hospital and 2 urgent care facilities to be injected with experimental drugs or face suspension and termination. Has Valley Health taken into consideration the rationale of the current guidelines of the American Medical Association, AMA, issued just last month that recommends against a vaccine mandate until a vaccine has received full FDA approval, which the COVID shot does not have?
I have a baby that died as a result of a mandated vaccine. I can never go back in that moment. I can never get my child back. And then I have a vaccine-injured child, and I will never allow this to happen to my children. So what I do in this generation, in my generation, God willing, it will have an effect on the future generations, and this is a hill I will die on.
In the interests of full disclosure, I'm fully vaccinated. I have 2 friends, one a little older than me, one 20 years younger, who died from COVID. My mother died from COVID. So I'm balancing one set of risks against another, and I decided to get the vaccine. What I'm asking you to do is to give the employees of Valley Health the same kind of choice. Let them look at the evidence, let Valley Health provide them with as much evidence as they can, and then let them decide.
Vaccinating people for something that is not inherently dangerous to them to begin with violates any precept of medical ethics or adherence to the follow the science line we have been clubbed over our heads with throughout the years. I would sooner follow a half-starved alligator into the Everglades while wearing swim trunks made out of bacon than follow the science at this point. The last year and a half has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that we the people should cast suspicion upon anything falling out of the mouths of the quote-unquote experts, government officials, or their media surrogates.
The COVID vaccine consent form, required to be signed by anyone receiving the vaccine, says not to get it if you are allergic to any of the ingredients in the vaccine, but the package insert is blank and the ingredients are not disclosed. By definition, one cannot give informed consent if they cannot be informed.
My name is Dr. Bernard Pegas. I am a physician at Warren Memorial. I'm opposed to my getting it because the development, the testing, or the post-production testing of every single sort of almost approved COVID vaccine out there was done using tissue from abortions from in the past. I don't want to be forced to do this myself. For me, for what I hold dear, they're about to kick out a huge portion of their staff. How can that not affect the medical care in this community?
I did 880 hours of overtime in less than a year because of COVID. Valley Health is basically a monopoly in this valley. You must travel to Martinsburg, Haymarket, Manassas, Woodbridge, Rockingham, Harrisonburg for a job. Nurses work 12 hours a day. I ended up leaving my home when I worked for Valley Health at 6:30 in the morning. And most days, I did not walk out of that hospital till 9 o'clock at night. I'm in favor of not getting the vaccine. That's my choice. There are options, and Valley Health is not looking at them because they are thinking their own bottom line. The bottom line is they say it's safer for the patient. The truth of the matter is it saves them money on PPE.
The truth is the town has no real authority on this. And there was a number of you that came up and said, stop this mandate, stop this mandate. We can't stop the mandate.
If a business chooses to impose customers to wear a mask on their property, they have that right. It's their property. And I have the right to not visit that business if I choose. If an employee feels their legal rights have been violated under the legal system, they can sue Valley Health, and our judicial system will make a ruling.
The arguments that can be made before a reasonable judge might have a chance in court, and I think it's worth taking that chance. And I'm saying, why? Why not just make the argument in court? What we are insured as a town. If they're not going to cover it, I will defend it. I will defend it myself without cost to the town. Period.
So has this been an employment op for you?
I understand the differences in opinions. I understand the hard stance this might be, the political suicide, whatever you want to call it. But I think that standing up for our citizens who I was voted in by to represent is a very important decision to make. And I think that each one of you on the council should consider that. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Cockrell?
No.
Councilman Gillespie?
No.
Councilman Lloyd?
Yes.
Councilman McFadden?
Yes.
Councilman Thompson?
No.
Ordinance fails. All right. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. That's
Evil triumph. With good men do nothing.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You're not going to disrespect me from your seats. That's what you're not going to do. No, you won't. You shut your mouth. Don't you disrespect me.
Kale.
You take his ass out.
Kale.
Take his ass out.
Kale.
You ain't nothing. Keep talking.